my headset. Yes, I'm here. Let me... Wait. Let me...
Chat to console. You mind if I try something real quick?
I guess.
Alright, give me a moment. I'll be right with you.
Anyways, hello guys. Welcome to... essentially the... probably... what I consider the weakest of this season's DC versus Marvel matchups. And there's a reason why I'm saying that, because... It's because it... Not long after Guts versus Dimitri, we get yet another Marvel versus DC episode. Now, I don't hate Marvel versus DC. I just figured I kind of wish this one would have came a little bit later. That way there was a bit more of a gap between the two Marvel vs. DC episodes. But I digress. So anyways...
Never mind.
Today I got with me, Bakugan with me. Sadly, Nuke couldn't join us because...
Yeah.
The fact that the blog, the G1 blog, gave us a matchup that wasn't even related to this one. It was instead that G1 blog gave nitrous oxide versus Whizpig. That's vastly not even related to Marvel versus DC. So we're going to be using the Versus Wiki.
Yep, and I'm also going to be using the DB Fan Wiki. Can we just use that as well?
I guess. I mean, we technically already know what these characters are at this point since we've seen both previews. So there's really no necessarily need for going over...
Which character are we going to do exactly?
That's what I wanted to trying to figure out. Because I got both the post-Flashpoint, since that's like the most recent version of Martian Manhunter, and the mainstream Silver Surfer, because, well, Ultimate Silver Surfer is vastly different.
Well, I guess we should basically do them in order like how the previews did. Martian Manhunter first and then Silver Surfer. Or we can
I guess we could do that. So if you hear us read the basic summaries of them, that's why, because we already practically know what they said in the previews.
Yeah.
So to start us off, John Jones, and yes, that's his name, is the Martian Manhunter, one of the last survivors of the planet Mars, came to Earth, searched for justice and peace. Roughly 1 million years ago, Mars was living a world populated by a race of humanoids divided by skin color. However, one day the populace received a psychic warning which the government perceived as a threat and recruited several people, including a young John Jones, to investigate. Okay, so yeah, this is just basically the basic summary of everything. But while on the mission, the government agent Malefiak, I don't know how names are pronounced, so forgive me if I can't pronounce alien name races right.
I can pronounce Garrus, Vicarian, Tali, Zora, Erdnot, Rex, Liar, Sony, Thing, Krios completely fine in Mass Effect.
Killing all the subject except Jones, then used the blood for a magic ritual that superempowered John permanently against his will. Matter of fact, Jones discovered a monster, taking the shape of John Jones' son. The monster explained okay, so pretty much basic summary of what Martian Manhunter is. So we're just going to move on to the power and stats for him. And Silver Surfer's summary is pretty short too, so I might as well just read that. Basically, Norrin Rad was a peacemaker, an intelligent peacemaker at that, but when
I was going to do Silver Surfer. I thought I was going to do Silver Surfer.
Oh, well, go ahead and read the Versus Rika summary because it's short.
Well, I'm using the DB Fan Wiki for this one. Born on the planet Zenla, Norrin Rad was a restless man yearning for adventure in the cosmos. Unfortunately, his planet was attacked by a planet...
Devourer Worlds.
Eating the Devourer Worlds Galactus. To protect this planet, Norrin Rad swore to form a contract with Galactus by being a herald to him. What's a herald?
Herald is basically herald meaning official messenger that forerunner, harbinger, precursor. One that goes
Okay.
before announces the coming of another.
Oh, okay. Well, like I said, swore his allegiance to Galactus to save his homeworld and his beloved Shalabal. Funny enough, the powers that he got from Galactus was basically his powers, but not a lot. Only a portion of the power cosmic. His mind and his mind altered to prevent him from leading Galactus to uninhabited planets. Thus, the Silver Surfer was born. The Silver Surfer eventually came to Earth, where he, seeing the nobility of the Fantastic Four in protecting their planet, rebels against Galactus. As a result, allowed to keep his current state despite no longer being Galactus' herald. The Silver Surfer now wanders the cosmos. His real name is Norrin Rad. He goes by some aliases: Silverado, Sentinel of the Spaceways, Silver Savage, Herald of Galactus. For his powers and abilities, he has power cosmic enhancements. Having been infused with a small fraction of the power cosmic, the Silver Surfer can lift from 100 tons to intermediate levels, becoming intangible, endure any physical pain, possesses heightened senses that can allow him to sense everything in the universe in subatomic detail and survive any environment. The Surfer can use the ambient energy in the universe for attacks, like destroying a planet, and protection or nourishment. Also using that energy to heal living organisms or revitalize and evolve a life on a planet-wide scale. The Surfer can also manipulate matter, freezing large bodies of water or temporarily making a mutant's molecular structure unstable. And being the name that implies, he carries his board around. It's made of the cosmically powered silvery material that composes his owner's skin. The board responds to the Silver Surfer's thoughts. On his board, he can navigate through interstellar space and exceed the light of speed. He can also time travel on several occasions, even able to make others with him. For his tier, according to Versus Battle Wiki, it says here he's 3C but 2C at peak. His key is pre-annihilation or post-annihilation. He's billions of years old, if factoring in time travel. Let's see here. Superhuman physical characteristics: flight, self-sustenance, immortality, resurrection, summoning his board, empowerment, regeneration. Okay, this is a long list. I'm not reading it. I'm not reading this.
I'll read it, but anyways, for Martian Manhunter, he's, in terms of power, he's 4B. This is, by the way, since we're going by post Flashpoint, since this is like the current Martian Manhunter, we'll go.
I'm not gonna read the abilities for Silver, but I am gonna read his tiers on each one, like attack potency, speed, stuff like that. I was gonna read those tiers. I'm not gonna read his abilities according to this long list.
I'll just read the long list, but anyways, John Jones, yeah, I know, it's same name, just different spelling, and Martian Manhunter, that's his name, DC Comics, we all know this, gender male, at least 1,000 years old, classification alien, Martian, member of the Justice League. So, powers and abilities: superhuman physical characteristics, flight, telepathy, shapeshifting, size manipulation, invisibility, intangibility, regeneration, enhanced senses, illusion creation, possession, astral projection, mind manipulation, memory manipulation, telekinesis, weapon creation, fusionism, duplication. Oh my god, there's a fucking ton of these. I know, I really don't want to turn my mouth into a fucking tongue twister. Adaptation, limited vibration manipulation, absorption, multiple selves, limited empathic manipulation, memory absorption, retrocognition, sleep manipulation, perception manipulation, and body control and sensory perception. So, feats he's in resistances, well, he has resistance to time manipulation, reality warping, mind manipulation, anti-energy attacks, biological manipulation, disease manipulation, Ice manipulation, madness manipulation, temperature manipulation, magma manipulation, survives heat and lava up close that was burning Mara far away. Oh, that's a feat. Corruption, resists to the totality. Oh, that's corruption. Pain manipulation, poison manipulation, and paralysis inducement. Okay, so attack potency for Martian Manhunter is solar system level, massively faster than light, stellar, solar system level, stamina, superhuman, range, planetary, interdimensional with telepathy, standard equipment 9. Intelligence, extraordinary genius. Weaknesses. Martians are much more vulnerable to fire than the average Earth human at the time. This has been portrayed as physical, psychological, or a combination of the two. The effectiveness to strip any Martian of their power is as they involuntarily lose their control of their body. Oh boy. Okay, so let me look at Silver Surfers real quick.
This is a long ass list.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Look, just don't read it, man. Just don't read it. I'm not gonna let you waste your oxygen on that list.
Pretty much similar shit that Martian Manhunter could do, except more.
Okay, for Silver Surfer's attack potency, he's galaxy level, but also to low multiversal level at peak. His speed is massively FTL plus. His lifting strength is pretty stellar, infinite at peak. His striking strength is somewhat from galaxy level to a low multiverse level at peak. Same thing with durability. His stamina is superhuman. His range is universal. He wiped out the influence of the Zenlavian civilization across the universe. His standard equipment is his board of, obviously, and he is an extraordinary genius. Nornrad was an exceptional scientist, tutored in this area by Jatron Rad, and in the nature of the universe by Galactus. He was self-taught in various ways, especially history, and absorbed much of Zenlavian knowledge from hypno-powered study cubes. He is able to understand information that would take a millennium to convey in a millisecond, assess a situation in a microsecond, and correctly calculate where a wormhole leads. His standard tactics. Due to his own pacifistic nature, Silver Surfer rarely fights with his full strength and lowers his power immensely to account for collateral damage, as well as the mortality of his opponents. Surfer explicitly notes the potential collateral damage and endangerment of human lives, and doesn't use an attack despite it being a fatal situation for him. Iron Man notes the Silver Surfer likely holds back his blows, and Silver willingly took multiple hits from Minerva and Captain Atlas before getting annoyed at which he one-shots Atlas, showing that Silver Surfer usually prefers to be in a far weaker form. This kind of implies that Silver Surfer may be busted, but he prefers to keep himself weak so he doesn't really cause collateral damage or whatnot. Unless he needs it unless he deems it necessary, from what I'm getting. Of course, he does have his weaknesses. The Silver Surfer rarely fights to truly kill, and often does not use his abilities to their fullest extent. Although his body does not require sleep, his mind still does in order to give it an opportunity to dream. The Surfer is extremely reliant on his cosmic power, and is more of a fighter in his surfboard than without it. Which means without his surfboard, he's weak.
Okay, so we got
according to
the feats for him.
Let's see here. For his feats, he entered the astral plane of existence to destroy the soul of a foe, can create black holes, automizes an enemy, can see past, present, and future at the same time, can exist in the singularity, a dimension before the Big Bang, teleports out of Quasimodo's hands, transmutes an enemy into a liquid and an object in pure energy, transmutes weapons into atoms, uses spatial cutting and dimensional portal creation without the power cosmic, can travel through time, precognition, senses weaknesses of Gladiator, who is vulnerable to radiation with power cosmic, shrinks his body to subatomic size, where atoms will appear as large as solar systems, phases through a wall, phased out Dawn's tonsils, can seal people into a surfboard, moves the moon with telekinesis, can exist without his body and transform into air or snow, can absorb energy, radiation, and sunlight to amplify his power, can create an anti-gravity force field, phases his hand through a woman's head, and rescues her mind from a psychic abyss trapped there by the other, telepathically calms the population of a planet during the world-threatening event, can send his thoughts to other galaxies away through hyperspace, creates an illusion in Galactus' mind, scares Scar with illusion, erases memory of a guard, frees himself with the goddess's control over him, and resists a psychic blast from Moon Dragon, an already very powerful telepath whose powers were amplified greatly by the Mind Gem, has resisted power absorption of Rogue, resurrected himself after letting Doombots absorb his powers completely, which resulted in his death in outer space. Server can resurrect himself as long as Power Cosmic exists. Borgo, Frankensurfer, who's an exact clone of Surfer's own energy, resisted classic Doctor Strange's power for nullification, has escaped a time loop, and has ties and wins over characters such as Thor, Beta Ray Bill, and the Hulk. His notable attacks and techniques involve time travel, transmutation, and energy manipulation. And when I said transmutation, I mean he can transmute matter into other states, ranging from things as simple as turning sand to gold, to reconstructing complex alien weapons, to emit nothing but harmless light. And for energy manipulation, the Silver Surfer can harness nearly any form of energy, from ambient heat and light to the power of an entire star, to magic and souls, into primordial cosmic energies of the universe itself. He can transform these energies into types and direct them to create many different types of effects. His time travel ability, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Okay, so the feats that freaking Martian Manhunter has done, like, for example, if this image can freaking load.
My god, the feats in the DB Fanon wiki is way bigger than the one in versus Val wiki, but I'm not going to read that. But he does have his own flaws. Galactus imbued Silver Surfer with his power cosmic. Galactus is thus the fuel of Surfer's powers, and so he and other high-tier gods of Marvel are superior in power compared to Surfer. Often does not use his abilities to their fullest extent, and Silver Surfer rarely fights to truly kill. There was this one... Oh my god, there was this one time where he lifted Mjolnir. I'm not lying, he lifted Mjolnir once in the comics.
Okay, so the feats for Martian Manhunter telepathically defeated Despero by using illusions and then put him into a coma. Let's see here. Thundercat lapped drones away. John split himself into multiple different beings long ago to experience Earth under the pretense of being actual humans. Not knowing their origin, upon learning of an incoming Martian invasion of Earth, John contacted them all telepathically. Okay, that is not fucking English. Anyways, and awakened their powers, and he had telepathic connection to keeps ultra calm, absorbs John Jones' being into himself, breeds psionic impressions of the past events and projects the images, makes a woman peacefully fall asleep and extracts knowledge of how to operate a machine. Let's see here. Makes the Justice League think they're in battle with him, phases out of Amazo's brain. Joker controlling Martian Manhunter manages to attack Batman at a microscopic level, and has 14 other senses aside from telepathy and the things of his resistances. He takes an anti-energy blast from Wildfire. Body can resist pathogenic mutagens. Breaks 3 of his cells, being told to freeze. Enters Atrocitus' mind, feeling his rage and viewing his past. And temperature manipulation, magma manipulation, flies closer to the sun than any other living beings than before, according to Superman. Surprise heat up close that was burning Mara from far away. Resists the totality of reverting and mutating his mind. Endures Mindhunter's mental assault and torture for hours. Phases only an arm to avoid an attack and phases out of his lungs to avoid breathing toxic spray. and was able to walk through a stasis field. So, it seems like we have ourselves another short prediction. So who do we think wins this?
I hate to say this, but I think Silver Surfer is going to win this.
Yeah, because with the fact that Surfer's power is a little bit higher than fucking Martian Manhunter, it's gonna be 2C at peak.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Silver Surfer can basically turn matter into anything else. Like what I said earlier, he can basically turn sand into gold.
So yeah, sorry if this prediction took us a bit to get to.
What do you think this matchup is basically compared to? Like, what do you think this matchup is compared to exactly?
Don't know. The only two I could think of at the top of my head, and I know some people might think this isn't true, but I think it's probably going to be compared to the likes of Lex versus Doom and Scarlet Witch versus Satana in terms of anticlimactic-y.
I thought this would maybe be compared to like Phoenix versus Raven.
That one wasn't anticlimactic. That one actually gave me hope that Raven was going to win.
Yeah, but you're right. This is basically like Lex versus Doom.
Or Scarlet Witch versus Satana, because, like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy Curb Stomp, but it has to be entertaining. If they can find a way to make this one entertaining, then maybe. And sorry if this prediction has taken us long to get to, because, like I said, we were waiting for a blog only for it to give us something that wasn't related to this matchup.
Sorry for making a broken promise, everybody.
Like, I would have gotten to this sooner, but a lot of stuff came up and we were still waiting on that blog.
To be fair, we could have used the Versus Battle Wiki for the prediction instead of just the G1 blog instead. That would have been at least easier, but no, we had to wait. I mean, I didn't mind waiting. I just kind of felt a little impatient. Just a little, but I had to wait until you guys said so.
Yeah, thankfully I got word from Nuke that he's still able to join us for the reaction of this, but so far from the preview I've seen, it's the actual sneak peek of the fight. It's meh so far.
I haven't seen the sneak peek of it yet.
Like it's meh. Like
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it for me.
That's all I can say.
All right then. Well, what do we do now? Like, do we end it here? Because this was way shorter than Vader versus Obito.
It was shorter than all the other ones that we've done, including the one that I did with Nuke solo when you were on family leave.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, sorry if I didn't read all the stuff for Martian Manhunter, but like we said, we've already seen the previews of what these two are about. Yeah,
so do we end it right here, or...
I guess we end it right here, so in conclusion, Martian Manhunter, dead as fuck!
Probably. Well, thank you for having me on your prediction, Storm, and I'll see you and Nuke Brother in the full episode. So, later.
Yep. So, yeah. Like I said, we said before, sorry if this prediction was a lot shorter than the ones that we've done in the past, but, like, if we would have gotten to it sooner, it would have been a little bit longer, but what can you blame us when we were trying to wait for the G1 Death Battle blog to give us the matchup, but no, it didn't. But anyways, hopefully you all enjoyed. Like, if there's anything that we actually missed from these two characters, just feel free to comment it in the comments below when this goes live. Like I said, I really was kind of hoping that I would have gotten to this sooner if it wasn't for the G1 blog not giving us the info that we needed, so I had to resort to the Versus Wiki. But I'm going to say that Silver Surfer is going to clap Martian Manhunter. Like, it would have been more entertaining if it was Martian Manhunter versus Piccolo, mainly because it would be recreating an episode of 1 Minute Melee in Death Battle form. But anyways, hopefully you all enjoyed. If you want more stuff like predictions or Death Battle choreo content, you can click the annotations that will pop up on screen. Like, I'm being dead serious with this. Like, I literally was hoping that it would be something entertaining, and I was kind of hoping that this DC and Marvel matchup would have been a lot later after Phoenix versus Raven, but instead we get it a lot sooner than anticipated. Like I said, hopefully you all enjoyed. Annotations will pop up. Till then, your Captain Hedgefleet signing off. I'll see you in a stream later for Fortnite, so don't go anywhere.